Hello everybody, it's Danny and Wanda back from Deep South Homestead, and yes, we are up in the attic of our barn.
The loft.
Okay, we'll call it the loft.
This is the loft.
The loft of the hay barn.
Usually they would store hay and things like that up here in the old days. They would have it, you know, where they could pitch the hay with a pitchfork up in here.
Yeah.
And the front would have a door that opened up and they could pitch it out. Well, we're going to have the door
You can see it in the background back there. You can see the doorway. It's just framed up.
It's going to open out. Well, it'll open in.
You wanted it to open. Yeah, I want it to open toward the inside, yes.
And for safety purposes, that way he can come inside here and put a latch on the back so that nobody would be coming in from the outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, safety purposes, right?
Well, when you get ready to open it up, you can't reach it from the outside. So, I mean, you have to come on the inside to open it. So
makes sense.
But we're put down some of the boards that Mr. Mickey brought us.
Isn't this awesome?
From hillsmill.com.
About how many feet across?
I can tell you exactly. I got my tape measure on you. That way we won't be lying to nobody. We are 5 foot.
Isn't that awesome? We got 5 foot of space from the front to the back. Done.
Yep, done.
And we have enough to do.
We got enough to go another 5 foot, I believe.
Probably, maybe a little more, but at least 5 more feet, which is going to get us close to half.
It'll get us about halfway. Yeah.
So we're really excited. Mickey brought us this on Valentine's Day, so this lumber was our Valentine's gift, I guess you might say.
If you want to look at it like that, it was a Valentine's gift.
About. Was it 4 years ago or 5? We started the cabin.
Yep.
We got the lumber on Valentine's Day.
We did.
That was our Valentine's gift to each other, was to start that cabin.
Yep.
I think it's 4 years ago.
That's good. But 3 to 4 years ago, I don't know. That's when you get to be our age, time just has no meaning to it. You know.
You do what you do as you do it when you can.
When you can. That's it.
But y'all, I'm excited. We're gonna have a floor up here. Danny's going to be able to store stuff. We got stuff stored.
Yeah, well, I'm just getting anxious to be able to clean the shop out and it become a shop again instead of a barn and a shop and everything else. So. And
anything barn related will come over here.
Yeah.
Anything that we don't use on a regular basis will go up here. And with the door up there and the stairs, we have 2 ways to get in and out. So we should be able to bring even heavier things and put up here.
Well, my tractor forks will reach the top of the front right there, so I can just lift it up, open the door, come up the stairs, get in here, slide it off the forks right into here, whatever. And I got lots of lumber that
would be perfect
for up here because the heat from the attic will keep it dry. And it just works out good.
You can even bring, put like, what you call them, arms out here.
Yeah,
shelves.
I can mount shelves and arms on here.
And put your lumber on the sides. It's out of the way, and we don't have to worry about it. And when you need something, you can come and go, okay, all this is oak, all that's poplar, all this is cherry.
Yeah.
He can keep up with it and
organize. I've got a whole array of different types of wood.
And then you've got pipe. And
I've got all kinds of metal and PVC pipe and all that kind of stuff that just needs to be able to, greenhouse pipes and all that kind of stuff. It just needs a place to go.
And it just needs organizing.
Yeah.
That's the whole deal. If we just started putting things in his shop, and as we bought things, anything extra went to the shop. And the shop just became a catch-all. And
then it becomes stalls for the cows, because we had goats originally. I used to have milk goats. And I milked the goats, sold the milk and made butter and cheese and sold all that. Well, when the goats just got to be too hard to handle, so I got rid of the goats. And
when we got married, we didn't have goats.
I didn't have goats or anything, but we thought maybe we was going to do the goats again. We got back into it, goats and sheep, got into it, and it just takes too much of your time to babysit those things and all. Yeah. And we decided, you know what, we found a great homestead who wanted all of them, had kids and stuff that would spend some time with them.
Playing with the goats.
So we sold them to them, and we decided, you know what, cows are so low maintenance until, especially the Dexters.
Yeah.
We're
sitting here looking at them out the side, and they're just laying out, just chilling.
Yeah.
Now, they get vocal when they want something. They tell Danny.
Yes.
But other than that, they're really low maintenance. We don't have to mess with them most of the time. You feed them, make sure they have hay and water.
They're easy birthers.
Yeah, we've had no problems with our births.
Yeah.
And so the cows are easy. The chickens are easy. And we've done the meat birds before.
Yeah, that was really,
and we thought that was really good. We've done rabbits, and we may get back into that on a low scale.
Low scale.
Mainly for the fertilizer and the meat.
The fertilizer is going to be the biggest issue because of how hard it's getting to get any kind of decent fertilizer. I mean, we have the cow manure now because our hay is not sprayed anymore. Yeah. We could use our cow manure to make teas and stuff like that out of a 55-gallon drum. And we'll probably be doing some of that like they do in the Jadam method and stuff. And
we will be tweaking it. We won't be going by Jadam, and that's an organic gardening.
Yeah.
We will be tweaking their method for Mississippi. And that's the whole beauty of learning new ways it's really old ways.
It's really the old ways
it's the old ways. You're relearning the old ways, and you tweak it to your advantage.
Yeah.
Because, like, for us, if we are going to be doing strawberries, they do have a mixture for strawberries, and they tell you what all they put in there.
Yes.
Okay, that's good. But if they're not doing, say, field corn, and we need field corn of some sort, and they don't have a method there, we can take their method and tweak it for our field corn.
Yeah, because field corn is a very high nitrogen feeder, and you can put chicken fertilizer straight out of the chicken house on the corn. It won't hurt it at all. So I mean, there's just ways of doing things that we'll be doing it here.
And the barn is that we're sitting here looking at the pond.
I'm sitting here actually looking through here at the pond, which is
right now. This whole thing that's open on this side will not always be open. We hope to. We're
probably going to come back and put hardware cloth on this
something for ventilation,
because we would love it for the ventilation purposes. That's the one thing that we're going to like, and we're going to probably end up at some point when we get it figured out. We're going to try to do the broad-breasted white turkeys over here.
Yeah.
We can do it for 12 to 14 weeks. And guys, we can have enough meat to last all year.
Probably 2 years.
Maybe even 2 years.
And to us, that's fantastic. You do it one time for just a short period of time.
Yeah.
And you're done. And the chickens were the same way when we did the meat chickens.
Yes.
We had meat for at least a year. And so...
It was very low maintenance.
Very low maintenance. Not that there isn't some work at it.
Yeah, you just basically got to clean up behind them. And then you can take the manure, compost it down, and there you go. You got it in the garden.
Yeah. And then we have our fish. Danny and I, he checked the other day, and we have catfish that are like...
Oh, we got big.
Close to 4 pounds.
At least 4 pounds. As a matter of fact, I'm thinking about catching one to eat.
Yeah, we're thinking we're going to have fish. Not only do we get fish, but we have the pond to take water out of, and the fish emulsion. If you stir the bottom up a little bit,
and
you've got some really good fertilizer down there. So, and then we have the worms.
Yep, we have our worms.
We're going to be moving
casting
them over here to the barn.
Yep. And they'll go wherever we put the rabbits over here, because earthworms and rabbit manure and all that, it all just goes together. And that's our whole desire here at Deep South Homestead. We've set up a permaculture design on our whole place here. If everything is very low maintenance, everything basically takes care of itself, and that is our goal, is to get everything in its place and everything taking care of itself, and that way things flow naturally.
Yeah, you are just the overseer, sort of, instead of the worker.
Yeah.
Once we get everything laid out and easy maintenance, like we hope to get this barn laid out and everything, it's come over here in the mornings, feed animals, check everybody, come back a couple of times a day, check to see, especially if you have rabbits and chickens and meat birds and stuff, you have to check them 2 or 3 times a day. But it's not like you're with them all day long.
Right.
The fish take care of themselves. We feed them occasionally.
We feed them, we don't feed them a lot, but we do feed them every so often.
You know, you dump the scraps in the worm bin. It's not like you have a lot to do every day once everything is in its place and everything is functional.
Yeah.
That's our whole goal.
That's our whole goal right there, because we're not getting any younger, and we're trying to make it where the cows all function like they're supposed to, because you know, cows are just like anything else. They have a pecking order, and the big cows don't like the little calves in there when they're eating, because they'll knock them into the walls and slam them all around. So we're designing a system all to itself that only the calves can get into, and they will come in and eat until they get too big to come in, and then they'll be out and,
with the big cows. With
the big cows, and hopefully we'll either sell them or they'll, you know, whatever will happen to them, and everything will just flow like it's supposed to, and it'll be where Wanda and I don't have to be in amongst them with it running the risk of getting hurt some kind of way or something. We take everything into consideration when we're designing.
Yes, and this is just, we're ecstatic, especially to be able to be in the loft.
Yes.
Well, it ain't Valentine's. It's a couple of days after.
It's a couple of days after, but we got it on that day.
Yeah, we've got the floor. So this was our big deal this year, is to get this barn. We hope to finish up a few projects around Deep South and to get the barn as close to being functional as we can.
Yes, as a matter of fact, you can't see it in the camera right now, but the back wall is almost completely finished. We've got our window in the back. All that's in here.
I'll put a slideshow at the end showing some of the things that we've gotten done already. The back wall is not totally finished. He's got two sides.
I've got the batting still to go on it. I got to put the batting on it, and I got 2 boards on the side that need a little notching done. But I wasn't going to worry about them until I got ready to put the rest of the overhangs out here on and all that stuff, because the boards will just tie right into that and keep right on rolling. So.
And you know, as Mickey brings lumber, we'll be adding lumber around the sides. Yes. We do have the lumber for the other end, right?
Yeah, we have the lumber for the end that you're looking at here behind us, for the top part, to completely close this in, I guess you would say. We have that.
A stain.
Huh?
Wanda's got a seal and stain.
Well, I got to cut it first. It's got to be cut to length, and then you can seal it and stain it. And once that's all done,
that'll be done.
I got to set scaffolding and everything up where I can get up on there and just walk around on the scaffolding.
See, it's not so easy as to just get a board, seal it, and put it up.
No.
It takes
a lot of people say, well, just put them up on the wall and take a roller and roll them. We do the inside edges of all the boards. I mean, we stain everything and seal them just in case water gets behind it or something. We're trying to make sure that every little piece of it is taken care of. And I know that may be a little overkill, but that's just who we are.
So thank you guys for stopping in at the loft
of the Farmall Barn.
We'll talk to you later.